Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's going to be the red R towards the bottom right. Give us a like, leave us some comments, let us know what you guys think about these videos. So in a previous video, I showed you guys how to adjust the temperature and time on the GeoKnight K-20 heat press. Now this heat press does have a 16 by 20 pressing area. It does come with a cool little cover and a cool little stand. You guys can get those from GeoKnight. I'll leave you guys the link in the description on where to get those. Today guys, we're going to go over the heating elements and the pressure. So I have some customers that are emailing me, letting me know that they turned this knob trying to adjust the pressure. Now they adjust it so much using the knob that the heating element tends to fall off. It's like that. Okay guys, I'm going to show you guys how to adjust this so that way your heating element doesn't fall off. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put this back onto my screw here. I'm going to give it about 15 turns just to make sure that screw is all the way in there. Okay guys, so to adjust the pressure on this, to make it a little easier, where you guys can still use the knob to make subtle adjustments, we're going to go ahead and adjust the two nuts right up here. Now to do that, I got my crescent wrench here, and I have a wrench that is 3/4. Now I'm going to turn this screw here until I get about an inch of space between the top of this bracket right here, or the holding block, and the bottom of the knob here. So in this area, I want about an inch. Now this screw right here, it's going to be a lot lower. So again, I'm going to use my wrench here to hold the top of that knob right there. And I'm going to use my 3/4 wrench here to turn the screw to make it come up as close to the block as possible. I don't want it super tight, just tight enough to where this is not loose. And I can still turn this to adjust a little bit of the pressure. Okay guys, so once we got that taken care of, we're going to go ahead and turn our heat press on, and we're going to just close it and see if we can adjust the pressure with the knob here. Now if you guys remember, there is a little gauge here that lets you know how much pressure you have. It goes from 1 through 10. Now if you're pressing it down and you don't see this moving, it stays at 1 or at 5 or at 10, no matter what you do here, then we're going to check the pressure sensor. Now that's located underneath this base right here. To get to it, right here in the bottom, there's going to be a pin. So we're going to go ahead and pull this pin out, and then we're going to remove this plate here. Now it is kind of heavy guys, so be careful. It's about, let's say 30 or 40 pounds. It is quite a heavy little piece there, so be careful with that. And we're going to find this bracket. Now we're going to go ahead and use a 4mm Allen wrench, and we're going to remove these two screws. So we're going to get this screw, take that one out, and also this screw right here. Take that one out. And the bottom of this, there's a little pressure sensor right here. So we're going to check a couple of things. We're going to make sure it's not disconnected. We're going to make sure these leads here, these cables are not damaged. We're going to check up here, make sure this is not damaged. Now mine is not reading correctly. I do use mine quite a bit, so that might be the reason why. Again guys, I'll leave you the link to GeoKnight where you guys can order a new one of this sensor here, or the cable. You guys can also contact GeoKnight in case you don't see any damage on it, but you still can't get it to read correctly. You guys can contact them, and they'll help you troubleshoot that a little further. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put these screws back on. Now when I put these back on, I don't want to put it super tight, so I don't want any added pressure onto that sensor. So I'm just going to do this just kind of hand tight, where it's still kind of loose, where I can move it. Okay, once I got those in place, I'm going to go ahead and put my table back on there. Now I want to make sure that this bracket here goes inside this opening. Okay, so I'm just going to add and slide that back in like so, and then I'm going to put back my pin. So I'm going to start from this end and then go to the other end. It might take a little bit of wiggling, a little moving around. You should see the pin through this hole right here. Once you got that pin lined up to that hole, you can go ahead and push it all the way in. I'm just going to go over here. There it is. You guys can see right there. I lined it up, and I'm just going to push this pin through. And that's how you put that back in. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me. I'll leave the link to the other video where you guys can adjust the temperature and the time on this. If you guys have any questions, you guys can reach out to us, and also GeoKnight. I'll leave the information in the description below. And thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.